Teddy Atlas, good evening and welcome to the MGM Grand Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for tonight's main event. 15 rounds of heavyweights. We are looking forward to this fight, especially after seeing what happened at the weigh-in yesterday. A stare down that nearly resulted in a bout breaking out right there. Now they get to do it for... Joe Frazier's got his eye on the prize. Look at that focus and determination during his ring walk. Wladimir Klitschko's coming to the ring with his entourage of cornermen, but they look calm, collected. Hard to believe that they're going to be firing off punches within moments.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Big height advantage here for Wladimir Klitschko against Smoking Joe Frazier.
Yeah, and that height advantage can be taken away in an instant. A little bobbing and weaving, you know, you bob under the punch with Joe Frazier, and you come in there with a left hook. All of a sudden, you close the gap a little bit. That's been done through the annals of boxing. Don't forget, guys like Floyd Patterson, he jumps in with Igor Johansson, landed that leaping left hook. Good for Joe.
He never knew it was coming. Look at how wide open he was for that hook. And Joe Frazier nearly got smoked right there, but somehow he's able to recover. Now he's got his feet back underneath him. Oh, a good right hand by Joe Frazier. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Halfway through round number one, Frazier's right hand scores well. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
Very accurate with the overhand right. Frazier's left landing well. Not able to land the uppercut. What kind of opponent could cause real problems for Wladimir Klitschko?
The kind of guys that have caused problems for him in the past. You know, guys that are stout of heart, stout of mind, guys that are physically strong, that they can get past his danger zone and start to get inside and engage him a little bit. Make him deal with things that are outside his domain, where he's not the better guy physically, where he has to be the better guy mentally. He's not always the better guy mentally.
Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. He digs in with a left hand to the body. Last 10 seconds.
Doing great. All right, breathe. Good. Deep breath. Deep breath. Get some water in. You're good. You all right? You okay, right? Breathe for me. Now listen, you threw a wide punch and he caught you. You're gonna tighten up your punches, all right? all right? I need you to...
Okay, listen. I need you to throw 3 punches. Combinations.
There you go.
You won that round.
So this round is underway, and what a difference a break makes for him. Look at how fresh he is to start this round after getting hit hard and rocked in that last round.
What a difference a rest makes when the corner knows how to take advantage of that rest. They got water on him, they revived him, they massaged his legs a little bit, gave him some encouragement. Good to go.
He missed with that headshot. Solid. Frazier's got to beat the count here. He looks like he will.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
Smoking Joe Frazier. You know he's going to try to respond here as Frazier gets back up after the knockdown. Not much action as he just ties up. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Wladimir Klitschko's right hand working well that time. He scored well. Blocks the headshot. Many great athletes are associated with a specific city. You think Babe Ruth, you think the Bronx. You think Joe Frazier, you think a Philly fighter.
You think about wars, you think about pain. You think about a fighter that brings it every second. You think about Joe Frazier.
Oh, and the right hand comes into play by Wladimir Klitschko. Good step back counterpunch there. Huge right hand from Frazier. Teddy, you gotta like this because he's using that jab the way you like him to.
Especially when you're being aggressive. You walk in, you want to walk in where the guy can't see you coming. That jab blinds your opponent.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Snaps that jab out. Frazier's taking a lot of punishment. Maybe too much punishment for an experienced referee like the one we have in there today to just keep on watching.
Yeah, you would expect him to be ready to do his job. Sometimes the job is to keep them fighting, you know, to make sure they break. Sometimes it's to stop the fight. I think it's that time now.
And we come to the end of round number 2. Joe Frazier's eye is shut. Teddy, what has to change for him now?
Well, right now, he's got to cover up that weakness. You know, he's got to make adjustments for that, as you just touched on. He's got to move the other way, you know, move in a way where he's not so vulnerable to that punch, to that side.
Relax, relax, you're okay, you're okay. Keep your hands up. Keep them up, all right? I mean, you know, he caught you with your hands down. Let's keep him up. Listen, he's gonna come forward this round, all right? Keep that jab moving. Keep him away from you, all right? Look at...
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Frazier's inability to hit the target is really making him look silly right now. He's throwing plenty of punches, just none of them are landing.
No, he's throwing them too wide, too far away. And what's going to be worse Right now, he's only getting frustrated, maybe embarrassed, as you touched on, but what's going to be worse is when he starts getting counted in between them.
A sharp hook to the head by Wladimir Klitschko. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Off the target by Joe Frazier. You look at the physical specimen of Wladimir Klitschko and you see with what ease he can win so many of his heavyweight title defenses. But then you reflect early on in his career, Teddy, losing to Ross Purity, getting clipped by Corey Sanders and Layman Brewster. Many have questioned that chin.
Yeah, you know, I don't know that it's a glass chin. It might be a glass brain. And I always say that, and, you know, it sounds like I'm being disparaging, I'm making fun, but I'm really serious. That I think his chin is fine, but he broke down in those fights. He gave up in those fights. You know, his constitution wasn't strong enough. Now he's become a little bit more mature, and from a physical standpoint, he knows how to use his advantages a little bit better. He understands his ring identity, how to control range better, and hide his weak spots much better.
Frazier swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. He's clinching a lot here, Teddy. Now, do you think that's the best way to deal with the after effects of the knockdown?
Yeah, as long as you're not reaching, as long as you're not overextending yourself to grab the guy, because then you could leave yourself open, and then you're gonna be on the floor again.
Count down the final moments of this round. That hook was well off the mark.
You need to take it to this guy. Make it a dog fight with him, man. Close the gap and let your hands go, please. Okay, relax. Relax. Take a deep breath. I need you to focus.
You need to cover up, okay? You're leaving yourself open too much. Cover up. Don't look.
Wladimir Klitschko's up 3-0 on Teddy's scorecard as we begin round 4 here. But Teddy, having scored a knockdown, sometimes it can work against you. You don't want to become complacent.
No, we've seen that many times where all of a sudden you think that the fight's over. Now all you have to do is go out there and just wait for him to raise your hand. That could be a door that could be left open for your opponent to come back.
That uppercut. Oh, and there you go. Remember earlier, he was on the canvas. Now he's looking down on his opponent.
And we thought it was a bad thing earlier for him. It turned out to be a bad thing for his opponent because he got careless here.
3, 4, 5.
Wladimir Klitschko's back up on his feet. What will he look like in the next few moments of this fight? That's the big question. Frazier's missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. Wladimir Klitschko is a well-rounded fighter, and right now Wladimir is showing you what he can do defensively. Very sound, keeping those arms up and blocking well. All that size, all that leverage, and that pure athleticism of Wladimir Klitschko, and it comes in the form of the left hand that time. Joe Frazier, just 20 years old when he went to Tokyo and took that Olympic gold medal in the heavyweight division. And if you ever want momentum coming into the pro ranks, win yourself a heavyweight Olympic gold.
Yeah, it gives you momentum in a lot of areas. People talking about you, people talking about giving you more money than they would have normally when you're turning pro, and the confidence, great confidence.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Joe Frazier's rocked, and both men are damaged in this round. Wild stuff. He goes from damaged goods to defensive goods.
Yeah, because right now he's fighting on instinct. He's doing things without even thinking. Just automatic things. Things that he was taught 5 years ago, 3 years ago, that maybe he thought about, but he didn't do. Now they're just coming out. He's just naturally surviving.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Joe Frazier. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Wladimir Klitschko's in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that, a credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also, it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
10 seconds to go in the fourth. And round 4 comes to an end. You know, Teddy, I'm looking at that cut as he's in the corner now, and it doesn't look good at all. Do you think he thinks he has to go out there and try to end this fight?
Not only does he think it, I think he's right. I think that he probably has very little time left before the referee or the doctor's going to stop this, and he needs to be thinking that way if he's not.
Stay away from that power hand, okay? Keep circling away from that power hand. I need you to keep moving side to side, all right? Just keep moving. Don't let him get that power shot. Now listen, you need to keep moving out there as soon as you...
Wladimir Klitschko's got to be so careful here, Teddy. He was knocked down in the last round, and you know his opponent's going to be gunning for him here at the start of this round.
But this is where you walk a tightrope, so to speak, because if he's too careful, as you alluded to, guess what? His opponent walks in, and the fight's going to get stopped. So, yeah, he's got to be smart, but he's also got to pitch something at his opponent, chuck something at his opponent to keep him off a little bit, too.
Nice strike after catching one by Joe Frazier. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head.
Come on.
Nice block by Wladimir Klitschko. Frazier's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Give me your quick scouting report on Wladimir Klitschko.
Oh, a guy who controls range. You know, a guy who creates bad neighborhoods. You know, he stands on the outside and he says, okay, go through this bad neighborhood to get to me. And somebody's going to hit you with something.
Unload! Unload! More punches! Defense! More defense!
You get the sense that Wladimir Klitschko could almost catch his opponent's punch. Nice block that time.
Work the body, kid! Body shots!
Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect.
Protect yourself.
Nice!
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. There's that overhand right. And the round comes to an end. In between rounds here, Frazier's eye is completely swollen shut. What would you be telling him?
Well, this is going to sound a little tiny harsh, but guess what? This is a tough business. I tell him, you have two eyes, right? Use the good one.
Keep circling. Don't stand in front of him. Where's your body work? Hit the body.
There you go.
The start of the 6th round. Joe Frazier's work rate is very high. I looked at the punch stats, and you can see that he's a busy guy. I don't think he's an effective guy, though. A lot of these aren't landing.
Well, you have a reason to think that, Joe. Guess what? I agree. They're not landing.
Just like that. Just like that.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Wladimir Klitschko. Not able to land the headshot.
It's okay, let's go.
Oh, and they decide to trade there. Halfway through round 6. What impact from that uppercut by Wladimir Klitschko. Wladimir Klitschko's clearly committed to the strategy of footwork, of movement, of staying away and staying out of trouble.
Yeah, he's got plenty of air in those tires, and he's making sure that he's using them. He's spinning them around that ring. He just has to make sure that he doesn't get predictable where he's going straight back. He goes straight back, you can always time him.
You're not focusing.
Not precise at all by Wladimir Klitschko.
Pace yourself.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round.
Oh, you got this one.
And this round comes to an end, and you can just see that he doesn't have much to him, not much energy there. I mean, how does a trainer fix that?
Well, first of all, you said a key word there. You said you can just see. Well, his opponent can see it, so he's not going to slow down. His opponent now is going to come out even faster. So if you're the trainer, the first thing you say is, hey, take a deep breath, get yourself together. Don't let this guy know you're tired. You're not tired.
Cut the ring off and move him into the ropes. I want you...
Here we go. Action to start the 7th round. Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
Get out of there. Unload.
More punches.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Halfway through the 7th round. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Wladimir Klitschko's doing a brilliant job with his head movement. He's employing top-notch defense right here, and it's frustrating his opponent.
It is frustrating his opponent. His opponent needs to make an adjustment of thinking right now and understand what's there, not what's not there. We know that the head's not there, but what's there? The body. He needs to start going downstairs. That will freeze up some of that head movement.
Pace yourself. Uppercut.
How about that exchange? Look at that. He was able to get up and continue on last time. Now he goes down again. Over. The fight is over. Wladimir Klitschko's unable to continue. This fight is over. Knockout. Teddy, it wasn't long ago we looked at your scorecard and he was trailing in this fight. Now he's sitting there with his arm raised with a knockout victory.
Well, that's the benefit of those body punches early on. It paid off, got him to drop his hands, stop moving his head a little bit, and he got the knockout just when he needed it.
Yeah, good one for the fans. Glad you tuned in to see it with us. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas saying thanks for being with us.